Welcome back to Project Ozone 3, and today I'm actually gonna get to the mining dimension because we have it almost done. If you remember with the last episode with the astral sorcery stuff, we just need to complete this particular recipe, and we need bioluminescence and red gem for that. So I went to the Erebus and found both. Although bioluminescence is more troubling to find than red gem. Red gem is like glowstone on the roof of the nether. It's just red. So just look up when you go into the Erebus and you'll get stuff. Well, I've got lots of stuff in my inventory. You'll get stuff that basically looks like glowstone but red. And now I went and got a glowworm. Now glowworms spawn in the Elysium fields and I want to say subterranean savannas. And they basically will drop bioluminescence. There are a couple of other places you can get it. There's like a cactus plant you can destroy, and I think there's another mob as well. But this is a passive mob, so it should be easy for us to sort of get going. And that does sound like they spawned and died. Hopefully. And there we go. We're getting some bioluminescence, which is exactly what I was hoping for. And more of it's coming through. I think we need about 13 or so. Oh, hang on. No, 16. Yeah, about 20 or so would do. So let's just make sure we get some more essence in there. That should give us everything we need, hopefully. 18. 16 is enough to upgrade some red gem, which is the first order of business. Let's get a lot of this stuff thrown into the system or just thrown away. I'm going to throw away the experience. I'll keep most of the rest, other than, you know, very obvious things like loot bags. The rest can just go straight into our system. And I'll actually just put it in through the regular terminal, just so that I can just hold down my mouse button. For some reason, this wireless one, you can't just hold down shift and then do this. It'd be nice if because all I'm doing is holding down the mouse button and dragging. So yeah, it'd be useful if that were possible, but not at the moment. We'll sort it later. So that's 18 bioluminescent. I've already got the red gem in here. Red. Yeah, there it is, red gem. So, and it comes in two varieties. Obviously, the red gem that we're going to be using, but also this is what it looks like in game. So if you need that, then you can just basically... Oh, no, this has got silk touch on it. I need the other pick. Yeah, we need the broken version. I think we can try polarizing it, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. So the mining multi-tool is 4 glowing gems, and we get 3 for each one of these red gems we convert. So if we just go over to this one, we just need 2 of those then, and we need bioluminescence. So that's 6, and then let's just go and see what our system has actually given us over here. It's like another 6 I think we need, so that is 1, really? Just 1? Get more essence. It's not run out. No, it's nowhere near run out. Okay, 6 will do. And that should be quite fast. Oh, there's now 29. Did I miss that the first time? Maybe I did. Anyway, we should have everything we need. Glowing gem. Yep. Let's head up there. And we've got another dimension. This pack is very much full of dimensions. I do like the choice. So, yeah, there we go. 1, 2 sections. And then there we go. And yes, we should have enough once it goes dark. It's daytime at the moment, so we can't do anything much with that right now, but we won't have any problems. I'll just need to make sure to grab my resonating wand. Is it in there? Is it in here? Resonating? Yeah, because I've got 2 in there, because I've got 1 spare. Okay, so that's ready to go, and once that's crafted, you're then going to want some stone bricks. And you can convert them directly with the mining multi-tool itself into regular formation. So I would assume that we can get away with 10. Because every time you use up a little bit of the mining multi-tool, every time you use it to convert these bricks across, it will just change them, but also you'll lose some durability as you would normally do. Fine, so that we have to wait for dark for that. So what else should we actually do while we wait? Why don't we take a look at what I needed for that stellar armor. Not that we're going to need it for the mining dimension, mind you, but it would be nice to have it regardless. We needed the sentient enders, and is it sentient enders for all of them? It looks like it is, which means I'm going to need 4 of them. And sentient enders need soul vials, which is... Well, it's like we almost need witches I must need witches for some reason. But we need a soul binder as well. And that's short of a few things. So let's build a soul binder first. That's straightforward. We just need some heads, some solarium. Solarium we also need to be able to make as well. But it is relatively simple in an alloy smelter. So we can just get some soul sand, which we can make up. And some gold, which we have a lot of gold. And we can just dump that in the system downstairs while we do other things. So let's just put you in here, and there is our stellar alloy ingots. I'm not sure if we're going to get any quests for that, but yeah, we have it. So then we just need a creeper head. Let's just grab that from our farm. Somewhere there should be creeper heads. You just got to find out where it's actually stored it. There, that will do. We'll just take one for now. And let's complete you. So that will take that. And soul binder then. And what's the middle block going to be? The soul machine chassis. I need soul attuned dye blend, which is a blend of the brown stuff with soul powder and the usual stuff around this. And soul powder is just some solarium that's basically pulverized, or oh, I did not put the other ones in. Yeah, just basically sag milled or pulverized. In this case, we'll just use a sag mill. There we go. There's only one soul powder I needed, I think. Soul powder. 2. Okay, well, close enough. There we go. Okay. I'll go and craft the rest up because it's already stuff that we've seen before. So I'll come back to that shortly. Okay, I crafted that up. Now, one thing to note is that in the soul machine chassis, in this, you'll get organic brown dye. Easiest way to do that is just to go to your, if you've been following along anyway, to go to your bonsai pots and go and grab a ton of leaves and just put them through the sag mill. They will occasionally come up with twigs and prunings. You can add grinding balls, but I didn't bother. I just had so many stacks of leaves, which is here, that I could just put it in and we'd get some of those out. You get 12 of those with a slime ball, put it in an alloy smelter, and away you go. You got organic brown dye. So we have everything we need for the soul binder. Yep, and that's done. Hopefully we'll get a quest complete for that. And it's now nighttime, so we should just go and head upstairs and start our mining little tool, which finished almost immediately. And then we should be able to just make the portal frame. You see how much durability that takes off. We can repair that, of course, or put mending on it. But we have the Aroma Mining Dimension quest. And that then takes into... we've got a lot of the Lordcraft ones I haven't actually... the Voidcraft ones I haven't actually took yet. Yep, there's the Aroma Mining Dimension. We'll take 15 rack. Thank you very much. And we're now ready to go. And we'll just claim that while we're here. Good. There we go. Fine. So I got a suggestion that said the mining dimension will be a very good place to consider putting our blood altar automation and stuff like that, because there's no enemy mobs. It's just passive mobs over there. Hopefully they're not the demon variety. We could also set it up above here if we wanted to devote this setup for witches, but generally you want to leave you're not going to get rid of the witches and then restart them. Once you start them up, they'll be there for a while, so I will probably move, just because we're limited until we make plastic, I'll probably move this over, the mob duplicator, and we'll use that to spawn some witches, and then I'll remove it again. Once the witches are spawned, they're very resilient, let's put it that way. As long as you keep the chunk spawned, that's one thing to make sure that you do. I should probably put it here, shouldn't I? I'm going to just build up another portal frame area so that we can go and get this sorted. And it helps if you're stood on ground and with a decent pick. I should really make some flux infused picks, but we'll get there. And I have lots of marble, so I'll just make the rest of that doorway out of marble. Okay, and we have we can make a portal frame. Let's see if this is the standard one. Oh, there's an ancient golem up there already. Let me just get rid of you. Hi. We wanted one of the painted... Yeah, one of the painted glowstone. Thank you. Go away. There we go. And let's put the painted glowstone up somewhere close by. One there. That'll do. And then I'm using white concrete, not marble. forgot which one I was actually using to make these frames. And do I even remember what it is to trigger this thing? Is it just holding the mining multi-tool and shift clicking, sneak clicking, right clicking on it? Right clicking on it. There we go. And we just sneak. It may be delayed slightly. So 1 second while we wait for this stuff to catch up. There we go. And yes, so there's a few good advantages of here. 1, lots of structures like this. 2, we should be able to see the starfield or starlight or whatever it's actually called in here. Now, was it called a Fozzic? Was it Fozzix? Fozzic. Let me just take that and let's see if we can see it. There we go. That's the blue effect I was talking about. So just when I came through, it's nice that there is a field right here on my seed. And if you want to know what my seed is, there you go. And from right next to basically a little temple area. Maybe there's something under there. And there's something over there as well. The same kind of variety, astral sorcery. But over here is good for seeing the sky and is good for basically just wandering around and having a base area, really. More E2 stuff in here, but we don't actually need that right now. And there's probably a village over there that looks like a village structure, just too high. So yeah, we can get over here anytime we want, but for now we're fine as is, and we shall get on with things. We'll see where I put those witches for the blood magic a little bit. Let me decide where we want to go, because the next thing we're going to need is the soul vial of witches. So we're going to need a witch. Witches are easy enough to create or grab in this pack anyway, I think, because we only need soul vial and we only need 1. But why don't we make a few? I definitely need to make more than that. We just need some nether quartz. And have I automated that with seeds yet? I have not. So I should actually automate that with seeds. For now, we'll just put it in the alloy smelter. That will make up some quartz. And in the meantime, let's go and grab a witch from the hunting dimension. Which is this frame, I want to say. Yeah, let's go and fly around and see if we can find a witch. Ideally, I wouldn't mind 2. But I need an imprisonment tool for the other one. Mob imprisonment. I need another one of those crafting. Ow. Hey. No fair. Well, I say no fair, but I am flying around. So, you know, it's got to be a little bit fair. Yes, mob imprisonment tool. I'll grab one. Okay, so I want 1 witch in each one of those. Let's go and quickly have a fly around, see if we spot one. They'll be throwing potions at me, no doubt, if there is one around. But they are fairly rare spawns, so yeah. Don't worry, we'll come back once I've got them. Now, once you've got 1 mob imprisonment tool with, in our case, witch in it, you can, of course, just forget it there. You can just go back to your base because you can craft more soul vials, put your witch inside your room, and I've taken the mob grinder off for them now because we actually want to spawn witches and just capture them. Yeah. There we go. Easy enough. And we're going to be doing the same thing persistently for when we actually make things in our blood altar, but that's not important right away. Important right away, we're just going to get some armour. So we need 4 witches. And since we want another one anyway for later, I've got 3 more vials, so we may as well use them up. Okay, so we've got lots of witches, and now we can just put our mob grinder back, and that just gets rid of them. And of course, you will get the drops on the top. Not that we particularly need them, but let's just throw those bioluminescents in the system. Okay, so now we also need the other thing that's hard to say for me, which is the slice and splice. Yes, however you want to actually try and pronounce that. Slice and splice. Not a cheese slice. How much of that stuff we got? Another one of the soul machine chassis, which we got both ingredients for. Soul, tuned dye blend, because you get 6 from it, and splice. There we go. So I want one of those. Then we can make that in the induction smelter. Splice. What else do we need? energized bimetal, energetic alloy, and we're out of energetic alloy. That's simple enough to make, and we have all the ingredients in mass quantities, so I'm just going to make an entire stack of it. Later on, we'll set up some kind of automated setup for that. It's not hard to do, just to have a stock keeping system. But for now, all three of you can go in. We'll grab you back out, and then we just have to wait for, well, just get one of those. That'll give us 9 nuggets. Pop upstairs, go in here, splice, and oh, I'm gonna need 2 of those, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna need 2. 2 of those. 1 of those, and the other one should be ready now. Yep. And is that everything? Splice? It is, aside from more solarium, and I took it out, didn't I? So, soul sand and gold, which we've already got some down there, but we don't have to worry about it for now. We just want 1 piece of all of that, and it's very fast, so we can just grab 1. There we go. 1, slice and splice. Okay, so we've got 2 machines now, and again, I'm just going to put them up here. I don't particularly need them in any specific place, so soul binder, and our slice and splice. There we go. Now, one thing, oh, we need a couple of capacitors for them, but one thing to note with the slice and splice, because of this mod pack, the default tools you would normally put in there only have a small amount of durability, so they only last for 1 craft, at least if it follows what happened last time I tried this in a pack like this. So we'll test that in a second, but I actually need a couple of capacitors for now, so let's just grab, I don't know, that one and that one, and let's put them in. Let's see what they do. And the other one, there we go. Yeah, they're powering up. So yeah, it uses an axe and a shears, or whatever it takes to make the resonant, or what it's called, sentient ender? Sentient ender, there we go. So yeah, the soul valve of witches, fair enough. Ender resonator is the other bit. And this just requires a few things. So some more solarium, some silicon, some vibrant alloy, and an Enderman head, and then of course an axe and some shears. So if we go for dark shears, that should actually last, I think, because it's not made from the same stuff. It's not trivial. It's got durability to it, is what I was going to say. And if it's an axe, can we also make a dark axe? Dark axe. Then this shouldn't have a problem. Dark axe. There we go. Yep, that's the right one. And if we put those down there, hopefully they will be fine. We can go and grab some Enderman heads and some more solarium. So Enderman heads, there's a couple of different varieties in this pack, so you want to get the right one. Is it that one? Let's have a look. Sentient Ender. It looks like that one, doesn't it? Yeah, so we want 4 of those. We've got some solarium. We need, what else? Silicon, that's trivial. And vibrant alloy. We just need some ender pearls for that, but that's trivial enough. Let me craft those together. Let's just grab that. So solarium. There we go, plenty. And what was the rest again? Yeah, I need the ender pearls really. Pearl. So let's get 4 of you. 4 of you. Take these out for now. Now we should start getting vibrant alloy. That'll do, and then we can just put this in. So if we just put these in there, they only go 1 at a time, unfortunately. That's but they do shift click into the right places, which is a good thing. And now we just want some silicon. So silicon, I think I've already crafted some up, unless it's already been taken in here. We'll just grab some for you. Yep. And then you can shift click that in. And shift click this in. That should start production. Yeah, there we go. And we can immediately just shift click the next batch in. There we go. And we should end up with 4. That's a disgusting noise. Has to be said. That sounds awful. But otherwise, yeah, we have some Ender resonators. And there we go. Okay, with 4 of those, we then have 4 Soul Valve Witches. And we can put them in the next thing up. So, Ender Resonator and a Soul Valve Witch. We need some player XP, and that will convert across and use quite a lot of power to do so. But we should end up with a Sentient Ender on the other side. There we go. We've got more than enough XP to do that. Yep. And, yep. And just one more. Cool. So now we have 4 Sentient Enders, and that means we have everything we need for the Stellar Armour, I think. I think that's all done now. So if I just pop them into the system, let's look up Stellar. And the helm. Yep, 1. The boots. 2. The chest piece. 3. And the leggings. 4. Why didn't you automatically get placed? 4. So we now have Stellar Armour, which is, if you have a look at the chest piece, 18 and 7 versus 8 and 2. It's lacking some enchants and various other pieces like Soulbound, but other than that, we have lots of stuff, and we can then upgrade it with the empowered stuff. So the empowered stuff gives it the ability to take half of its damage as power, essentially it's power storage, and half normally. So that helps. And each level of empowered gives you more and more battery storage to basically take more and more damage. And then, of course, there are things like night vision, which you can turn on and off, which will be helpful. Not that I need flippers, but empowered would help across all of them. And I don't need to worry about flight because we've got flight already. So vibrant crystals and 4 levels should actually get that empowered. Let me just check what are vibrant crystals. I assume it's just vibrant alloy. Vibrant crystals, we've already got them. Already made them for some reason earlier. It's just vibrant alloy and an emerald. Good. So if we did that in an anvil, will just a general anvil do, or do we need a specific ones? Let me just put it, remember which way around this goes. Nope. Yep, there we go. So that is then empowered. And then you can then empower it 2, empower 3, etc., etc. But you need different things for each one. So that's the first one. And let's just do the rest. And the chest piece. Now we should also think about a wireless charger of some kind. Wireless charger. There is the Ender IO version. Of course it needs another Ender Resonator. But we have presumably everything else. Yeah, so we just need one more witch, don't we? So another Ender Resonator. I'm going to need some other bits and pieces. Let me craft that, put those 2 in place. And do we have just one more view? Yeah, one more will do the job. And the Enderman Head. So let's grab Enderman Head. And sit downstairs. There we go, one Ender Resonator. And then I'm assuming this will just work in our dimension, but we'll see. Let's just attach it to something that has some power. Why don't we just put it... Well, this is all underground, so we can just put it right here. And is that actually getting us any power? No. I may need to read some documentation. Or that's the range, so unless it needs maybe just a lever. Lever. Unless it's charging something else first. That is the other option. Let me read the documentation. Otherwise, we will figure out another wireless RF charger of some kind, because I don't want to have to keep coming back and charging this in, our battery anymore. We want wireless across our entire base, ideally. Across dimensions would be even better. And I just put it up here. I connected it to a spectre coil, and it just worked. So maybe there's a redstone signal down there interfering with something, or it just wasn't having enough power to actually do the job. It is only, however, a short range by default. So you'd have to put more of them in, or, you know, we would upgrade later. In fact, no, that needs to stay on there. But we then have 4 spaces just to replace these. We do obviously have the various enchants to deal with. I'm not sure if this is enchantable, so we'll look at that first. But I'm going to go and sort that out off camera. I'm just going to upgrade a few things, and I'll see you back here shortly. Okay, and I'm almost done. We've upgraded these now to empowered 5. That means that's upgrade the amount of damage absorbed by the power, not by the armor, up to 95%, which is great, and also increases the size of the battery. I've also upgraded the boots to have jump 3 in this case, so it allows triple jumps. Also, with each one of these, we've actually used an anchor to soul bind it, and fire protection, projectile protection, and blast protection. Okay, so we've got pretty much lots of the useful enchants. And then for the last thing, for the legs, you get speed 2, which is a potion of swiftness. So you need to put 3 water bottles in with another wart, you get awkward potions, and then sugar in with the awkward potions, and you get potions of swiftness, which will just come through very shortly. So that's that sorted. There's nothing much else I can get on the leggings. Are you done? You are done. So let's just put that through. Leggings, potion of swiftness. No. Does it require something else for swiftness 3? And 8 levels. Potion of swiftness and 8 levels. That's that. Yeah? No? I mean, there is another potion of swiftness. Potion of swiftness. Different levels. Oh, okay, so we just need to put it through to the 2nd level, maybe, which is just another redstone on top of that. It increases duration. Or, if it needs the speed 2 one, well, we'll see very shortly. But does that require me to take the... well, it says glowstone. But either way, let's see if this actually solves the problem. Let's see if they'll get upgraded in a second. And there we go. So that's the 8-minute. And then is it the 8-minute? Whoops. Yes, it's the 8-minute. 3. Is there a speed 4? No, there isn't a speed 4. Elytra, I'm not worried about. Glider wings we could go for. I'm not worried about again. Night vision, I just need to make another potion for that. And then, once we get that done, we want to take our ability bottle, wherever it is. It's not there. It's probably in my backpack. Again, I don't see it, but oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah. And we want to then basically remove from our character the abilities that we don't need anymore. For example, speed, if we're going to get that, and that's only level 1 of 5, we're going to get better than that from our armor. So if we just walk around, this is the speed we get normally. And then let's see what our armor actually gives us now. Put this on. And whoa, okay, that, yeah, that sort of, well, I want to say that skews my field of view quite a lot. I need to change that field of view so that isn't so warped. I like it, just not with that warped. Let me just take this off, however. We can put that into our bottle, and that will no longer use up food. It's probably because it's one effect on top of another. This is still warped, though. I'd still prefer it if it wasn't the case. If we just take that off, see the difference? Yeah, far, far too much. So I will figure that one out. In the meantime, everything's pretty much done. So nice set of armor that we're able to use, and it's all soul-bound and glowy and nice and useful. Okay, and I have gone over in the last couple of episodes, I've gone over to 40 minutes or so, so I'm leaving this one around 30 here, and I will figure out this awful field of view. I'm sure a commenter could probably tell me if there's an easy way to do that. Is there a GUI for Ender.io? Let's just look for category Ender. No? Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Anyway, while I'm doing that, you can see just at the very bottom of the screen, just above my hearts, just how much armor there is. It's not just grey armor; it's yellow, and then it's into orange armor. So we will want to sort that out later. Yeah, pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy with that for today. So we've got stellar armor. We've got all the upgrades up to empowered 5. We've got all the enchants that I can fit onto it. If there's any more that I'm missing, feel free to let me know in the comments. I don't think I am, but, you know, we probably should be. Our epilepsy, someone did say, by the way, there is a problem with the epilepsy at the moment, that it doesn't always drop all these things it should when a player kills a mob when you use it. Don't know whether that's the case or not. I don't know how, whether that's going to be fixed, but that's just something in the comments that someone said. We, of course, will be heading towards the epilepsy 4. And let's just take a look at the racks. We're 570. So I've got lots of more quests to do once I get this awful field of view effect off. Anyway, I will see you next episode for some more Project Ozone 3, where we will continue. Probably more blood magic next episode, now that we've got upgraded armor and we've got more Ender IO machines. Like this, Splice and Splice, the Soul Binder. And of course, we have witches captured already. So let me just take those off. That's just really annoying me. We've got more witches captured, so we can infinitely spawn witches. Now, we can use what I said earlier with a mob duplicator, or we can go for something like a powered spawner. Because we have a soul vial spawner, we should be able to convert across, I think. Combine with a broken spawner and an anvil. Yep, so broken spawner. Broken spawner or spawner? Yeah, monster spawner. There is a broken version of that. I think I've got one in here anyway. Spawn. Yeah, here they are. So you can convert these from whatever they currently are, skeleton, druid, blaze, etc., and convert them over into witches, and then you could then use that powered spawner, I think, instead of using the mob duplicator. But either way, you're going to need power and I think the mob essence or something similar anyway. So we'll consider that next episode. Whatever we decide to use for our blood magic will be pretty good. Hope you'll join me then. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and feel free to click on the bell for notifications and thumbs up, of course, as normal, if you've enjoyed the video. See you next time, and thanks for watching.